Georgia College was gifted the property of Andalusia by the Flannery O'Connor Andalusia Foundation in August of 2017. The gift included the entirety of the acreage of the property, which was just under 500 acres of land, all of the extant buildings, and also the collections that were associated with the house. Our focus will be on the life of Flannery O'Connor here at Andalusia, the working environs of the farm, the relationship between her and her mother, and what life was like on a dairy farm in the mid-20th century in the state of Georgia. Visitors will see many of the original pieces of the collection, a lot of the extant outbuildings, and be able to explore the grounds.
The main part of the land is about 36 acres. That includes what you can see here from the main house and the outer buildings, as well as the pond and the hiking trail. The only part where a guided tour is offered is within the house, but you're welcome to explore the grounds, which include about 5 buildings that you can check out on your own, as well as the trail that wraps around the pond.
I think they'll get a newfound appreciation of what the environs, the people, the places that inspired many of O'Connor's famous works, and get a sense of that very special place that really served as an inspiration. Flannery was an avid lover of birds and sent away for her first set of peafowl not long after coming back here to Andalusia, and grew a fairly extensive flock of not only peafowl but a variety of other birds on site. Visitors today will get to experience 2 peafowl that we have on the property that will kind of echo what that was like here, as peacocks and Flannery O'Connor are certainly interchangeable. They are definitely associated with one another.
While you're here on the grounds, you can enjoy 2 of our fine feathered friends, the peacocks, also known as King of the Birds. While Flannery lived here at Andalusia, at one point she had upwards of 40. We only have 2, but they're definitely beautiful, and please be kind. Take all the photos, but be kind to our feathered friends. Fun fact about the peacocks is that they just roamed when Flannery lived here, and they would eat all of the flowers. So all of the flowers that Regina, her mother, planted. The only flower they didn't eat were the irises, and so you'll notice around the grounds there are a lot of, they're actually historic irises.
Mary Flannery O'Connor was born the 25th of March, 1925 in Savannah, Georgia, the only child of Edward Francis and Regina Klein O'Connor. In 1940, the O'Connors moved to Milledgeville to live in the Klein family home on Green Street. And then she went away for a while and discovered the world, but on one of the visits home, she was stricken with the lupus that had killed her father, and that was it. She spent the last 13 years of her life living at Andalusia. She attended Peabody High School and Georgia State College for Women, now Georgia College and State University. She was known as the campus wit, a campus satirist. She was known for her cartoons, her satirical cartoons about campus life that she would write throughout her time here. Flannery started her first novel while she was living in other places, but she finished it at Andalusia.
I think the most important room of the main house has got to be Flannery's bedroom. If you think about her as an author and sort of the limitations of her illness, it really kept her movements confined. And so when you walk into the room and you're able to see her bedroom, and it's really quite moving, I think, when you understand what she was going through physically and how she excelled beyond it.
The climax of the tour at Andalusia is seeing her bedroom, because that was also her workroom. And as far as I know, that's where all the writing was done. Probably the last thing you should take a look at when you visit Andalusia is the front parlor in the main house that was converted into her workroom, study room, typing room, you name it. The work desk was right next to her bed. She kept her crutches you know, in between her workspace and the bed.
After Flannery's death, Regina O'Connor gave Georgia College Flannery's writing desk and her desk chair, and so we recently got those pieces back from the special collections, and they are now here in Flannery's bedroom where they belong. And I think that's such a great, it's a partnership between the library and Andalusia, and it helps you understand more fully Flannery's life. My favorite artifact is a navy blue sleeveless dress that she's often photographed in. Things like that make people in history real, to me at least, because you see these dresses and you see these shoes. I think to myself, oh, I would wear these.
Her world was here. She traveled extensively and gave speeches, but this was the core of her world. And I think visitors will see sites that appeared in stories, from barns to environments to rolling hills, to even some stains in certain building ceilings. And I think they'll get an appreciation of what this was like to be here.
The reopening of Andalusia for the community, I think, is important because it offers just another cultural outlet. There are so many things that Andalusia can do, and I think it's very indicative of why historical sites like this matter, and why they're important to keep open and keep running, and I can't wait.